Good morning. I'm Sylvia Shaw, wife to Doug Shaw, and he won't let you know this, but I taught him everything he knows about bees. Anyway, we're going to look for the queen this morning in the split that he and Casey did a few weeks ago. They thought evidences of eggs and larvae the last time they looked in, but weren't able to see her. So I'm just sort of your second pair of eyes.
Sandals?
Mm-hmm.
You're in sandals?
Yeah. Just kind of letting them know I'm coming in. I always inspect my inner cover just to make sure there's nothing on there, because you just want to make sure that you don't expose something. And I always set my inner cover to the front of the hive. It's just my way of keeping things. But as you see, they are beginning to work. They've pulled out cells. I'll blow on them to let them move.
It's in the super.
This is in your super. As you see, they've started to put some nectar in there, so that's a very good sign. Okay, now they tell me from things, sometimes when you see a large cluster of bees, that's possibly where you're going to find the queen. I'm going to look more toward the center because if she's starting to lay, she's probably laying toward the center and then working her way out. They've got this propolis down really well so that they know that the frame is secure. Good morning, girls. They've got pollen in there, and I see a couple queen caps, but I don't see anything in them.
A bit more.
They're kind of buzzy, which would kind of question whether there is a queen evident, here. I don't see any signs of eggs.
Yeah, I don't see any day olds. It should be.
Yeah, we should have some day old larvae in here if you guys did see eggs the other day. And like I said earlier, sometimes it takes a second pair of eyes to see queen or eggs, and it's easier to spot the eggs if they're in bright sunlight like today, because they're very small, and usually if you've got a laying queen in the very bottom of each cell, and if you've got a laying worker, which sometimes happens if they're without a queen, you will have either more than one egg in each cell, or it will be laid on the side because she can't get her body deep enough to lay it all the way toward the bottom. This frame happens to be very heavy, so it, as you see, is very nicely capped and filled with honey and nectar for them. And I don't think I'm going any further in this direction because everything looks like it's honey heavy. Unfortunately, so far I don't see any signs of eggs, queen, or larva.
I think something happened when she was out.
Pardon?
I think something happened when she was out trying to get mated. Otherwise there'd be eggs by now.
There would be. And the unfortunate thing about when queens leave the hive to get mated is that they are vulnerable to attack from birds, other predators that would, yeah. And this one's honey heavy. They have made, like I said, a couple queen caps that I saw. I think those are in hoping that they would have a queen. Now these are all just full of honey. As you see, they are have really been working to support a queen in a hive, but I think probably our best bet would be here to maybe go over to the hive that we originally took this split from and look and see if they have a queen cell in there. If so, then I am going to look in this upper frame, but I don't see any signs of a queen, which is disappointing. But I don't see anything that would indicate that she would be up here either, because I haven't seen any laying down below. So as of right now, we are not queen right in this hive, and we're going to have to put a queen in there to ensure the viability of this hive. How I got into beekeeping happened a long time ago. My father kept bees, and his grandmother before him kept bees, and he would help her back in the early 1900s to take care of her bees. He was born in 1903. So I grew up around bees, helping him with them, getting stung. But you know, that goes along with beekeeping.
Yeah, that's the sandals.
Well, you know, what can I say? We were spinning honey yesterday, and I stepped on one because I was barefoot. And Doug said, "You need to be wearing sandals or something." Well, I said, it's been a long time since I've been stung on the foot. So here we are at the coming up to the other hives. We're going to have to take off a few supers and look down in the bottom of this hive that the split was originally taken from. I'm going to head and smoke the entrance just to let them know that I'm coming. It gives them a forewarning that their hive or their home is being encroached. The smoke also helps to kind of sedate them a little bit, so they say. I have this thing that if it's a sunny day and I know that there are a lot of bees out and they're queen right, sometimes I think smoking makes them a little bit more irritated than it does anything else. People used to think that they thought that their hive was on fire, and so you'll see a lot of the bees with their heads in frames trying to eat as much honey as they can in case they have to abscond from the hive, that they have enough food. Whoa, look at this.
That didn't take long.
Now, they didn't take long to fill this out. Now, that is a picture-perfect frame of honey. It is filled edge to edge and capped beautifully. We have a few cells down here that aren't capped yet. They probably just haven't gotten to them. And so this super is absolutely gorgeous. And that's probably going to weigh right at 40 pounds or more. So this girl isn't going to lift it.
I'll get it.
We've got strong arms here that they're going to lift it, but I am going to. This thing feels more than 40 pounds. You're right.
I think it's probably 60. Let me get that, Doug? You got it?
Yeah, it'll seem a little bit like it might be hard on the bees, but they're used to being out in wind and things, and we're not really compressing the bees. We're just kind of gently blowing them out between the frames. So it helps to get them out of there. We're blowing them back in the direction of the entrance of the hive so that they can know that they can go back in there safely. It's just carbon copy. of the other one. Maybe a few more uncapped cells. Rule of thumb is that as long as 90% of the frame or the super has been capped, then the moisture level in the honey is acceptable. We have a hygrometer that we measure the moisture level of the honey before we take it to make sure that it is at least at a level of 18 or higher. What we took off yesterday was 16.6, which meant that it was nicely cured, and the bees won't cap it until it's perfect for their ingestion. So when it's perfect for their ingestion, it's perfect for us.
So this is the original hive, and we're going to check and see if they got a queen cell to put back in the other ones where there is no queen.
Now the nice thing about wearing cover like this is that you see all the bees around me, they haven't gotten to my face. I have been known to go into bees that are quiet without cover on and do fine, but with the stronger hive, I wouldn't chance it. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good day, and if you have any questions, please put them below this video. We'd love to hear from you and love to know if you are a beekeeper and if you have any comments. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, we still have tons of bees on us. They're still going after the microphone too.
Yeah. They definitely wanted to let us know we were in their house.
Yeah. That's. I should have wore the veil you guys gave me. This one's like against my face in the wind.
Yeah.